What is going on, my peoples? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well today. Thank you so much for joining a brother today to check out this highly recommended video. We are checking out a semi-truck, the world's largest fuel truck. Before we jump right into this, I hope everyone is doing well today. I hope your day was fulfilled with nothing but positivity, or night, should I say. Oh yeah, or night, should I say. You know, the times, oh gosh, the time zones are completely different out there in Australia. I mean, like, it's like 14 hours or something like that, man. Forgive me if you guys hear the rain. It's like a crazy storm or something going on, a hurricane. Forgot the name of it. We didn't have so many. Hurricane something and it's hitting us. And I don't know if you guys can hear the rain. It's a little peaceful, though. Let's go ahead and jump right into this video. You guys won't be able to hear the rain once I click play. Probably can't hear it right now because I'm running my mouth. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. Feel free to check out the Twitch and Patreon. We got the world's largest fuel truck. Oh,
this efficient form of road transport has been left in the shade in Western Australia. Where
and this is the size of the video. I cropped the other, the two sides out because it's just no video there. This is literally the video. So, it is what it is. And shout out to okay, wait a minute. GJ Riley 64. Okay, so we got G.J. Riley 64. Original video link will be in the description down below. You guys know how I do. I can never forget the shout outs, man. If I ever forget a shout out, y'all call me out in the comments.
This efficient form of road transport has been left in the shade in Western Australia, where in a marriage of convenience between operators and the state government legislators, legal loads of upwards of 145,000 litres are being carried with gross weights of more than 170 tonnes.
That truck
One company operating at the forefront of this technology is Mitchell Fuel. Mitchell Fuel is headquartered in the quiet coastal town of Geraldton, about 400 kilometres north of the state's capital, Perth. Mark Cale helps organise the complex web of fuel deliveries.
We run from right down to Perth up to Port Ellen. We're just about to take over Port Ellen depot up there now. We run right up to Mount Magnet, out to Wiluna, Eagle Mining out there, up to Newman, up to Plutonic, all up there, yeah. Right.
Can you imagine having to lug this big behind thing around, what is it, Western Australia? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Was that Western Australia right there, guys? I don't want to sound crazy on the tube and have people getting on me in the comments, guys. Please educate me if I was wrong. Please, I'm not saying that I was right. I'm not saying that, but I've been trying to learn a little bit more about it. Geography and everything. Come on now. Please let me know if I was right. You got to lug this big behind thing around. Talk about need a CDL. They make it bank. Truck drivers make bank, especially the farther they go. Ooh, and they mad comfortable. They got beds and stuff in the back of the trucks and everything. Like, I would say it's an annoying job, but you know what you signed up for. You literally know what you signed up for. So you have to love driving. You have to love the long road trips and just driving that truck. Some people got a love for the trucks. They be customizing them and everything. Respect to the truckers. We wouldn't have our goods without them. Straight up.
Up Port Ellen, down to Exmouth, Carnarvon.
They be driving a lot. I got any
The
truckers
transport
watching?
web of Mitchell Fuels stretches over most of remote Western Australia. The company supplies fuel and lubricants to towns, communities, wheat farms, sheep and cattle stations throughout the state. This 4-trailer unit, pulled by a tri-drive Kenworth T950 prime mover, is loading diesel for a trip to gold mines in the remote Western Australian desert. Its configuration, along with a concessional loading permit from the Western Australian government, allows the high load capacity that makes efficient delivery of energy to remote centres possible.
I didn't get a chance to count the wheels. What is this, like a 36 wheel or something? Wait, I gotta count the wheels. That was just a crazy wild guess.
The truck spreads the enormous...
There's 3 in the back? Or those tires look like they off the ground, right? Am I tripping, or does that tire look like it's
Wait.
off the ground? No, it's not.
The moat centre's possible.
They need them tires.
The
Right?
truck spreads the enormous
Tell me it don't look like it's off the ground. I'm still gonna count it. Maybe it's an illusion. Okay. So we're gonna go 6, 12. I'm saying 6 because 3. We got 6, 12, 18, 24, 30,
weight evenly to the road's
36,
surface through a series of
42,
triple axle groupings throughout the truck.
Kenworth's
44, 44. Oh my gosh.
single steer,
Oh,
but they
wait.
have got
Oh
tri-drive,
my gosh.
which means we can actually pull a lot more weight with the tri-drive than a bogey drive truck.
Oh, better look. Yeah, that's what I wanted right there. I thought it looked like it was, it was an illusion. It was like this right here, something like that. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 43, 44. Oh my gosh. This thing is enormous, man.
We've got all tri-dollies and tri-axles all through the whole outfit.
In effect, the outfit consists of a conventional 40,000 litre barrel as lead trailer, a B-double on a triple axle dolly hooked on behind the lead, and a conventional 40,000 litre trailer bringing up the rear, also on a tri-axle dolly.
So at like nighttime, they gotta have mad
triple
lights in the
with,
front, right?
an A-trailer put in the middle.
Or no, it's just a regular truck. Do we gotta have like a lot of lights? I'm asking a lot of questions.
Added onto it. So yeah, quite a long outfit. Good
Interesting.
for steering and going around corners, and actual turning circles are good.
It's a bigger outfit than the double B-doubles being used elsewhere.
Overall length, it's probably about the same, 53.5 metres, but they actually carry a lot more fuel.
The road train is loaded. It's time to head out, and we're going on a
Like a band to fill that tank up, right? If not for one time, it gotta be for the whole trip. It's probably like a band or so to fill that tank up. Oh my gosh. Because think about it. We got some SUVs that's topping 100 something. We got Trackhawk Durangos that's going crazy in 180. I don't know any cars that's paying 200 up for gas and stuff. That's kind of unless you got Lambo, that type of stuff. I don't know anybody with that. But this right here, this big thing, I could go ahead and guess and assume like, especially on an empty tank. It depends if you fill up half tank, but even on a half tank, my goodness, you're looking at a couple hundred.
1,400 kilometre round trip to the gold mines at the remote centre of Wiluna.
I ain't seen no trucks this big out here in the U.S. Man, it's really hard trying to lug that thing up that hill. What type of
Driver
engine's in
Garth
there again?
Riley heads the great beast out and going is slow in the pulls as we leave the low coastal centre of Geraldton.
We're going to Wiluna from Geraldton up through Mikathera and head to the Umbrella Highway out there to a place called Wiluna Gold Mines, and we're doing deliveries around there in the area.
My boy, my man got his socks.
Place
I mean,
called
not his
Wiluna
socks.
Gold
He got
Mines,
his
and we're
shoes
doing
off.
deli-
Look, he got his socks on, just chilling on the pedals, man. Because it's a long drive. That truck is his, man.
Deliveries around there in the area.
Yeah, put some music
Wheat
on.
trucks scurry back and forth, hauling the state's golden harvest to ships at Geraldton. The Kenworth is comfortable and quiet inside the cab as the powerful Cummins N14 meets the needs of the massive load.
Oh man.
We've sitting on roughly 85 kilometres, which is fairly good for the weight that we are, up to close to 170 tonne. And it seems to be doing it easy. It's not lugging or anything. Motor's running along at 1700 revs, so that's doing it quite easy. It's good.
We come to the small wheat town of Mullewa. Garth has to drop off a drum of lubricant to the Mitchell fuel depot. The wheat trucks rumble into the Mullewa silos to load. A Mac-powered double B double purrs past. An impressive outfit, but it can't handle the load the Mitchell truck does. Back on the road, The Kenworth heads out beyond the farming country now. What's the tri-drive like to drive?
So say before you go on your trip, and all your tires is flat, you gotta fill up all those tires? Now I'm assuming there's some different type of tires. Those are some fat, thick tires. I'm assuming, you know, they could withstand certain things, maybe run over certain things. You know, that the average car, SUV, motorcycle, you know, they can't run over. But what's it called? Imagine all of your things is flat.
With a tri-drive,
I'm trying to think about all the struggles, you know, and all the things truckers have to go through. Not just looking at all the good and we really got to focus on the things these guys and the women as well, you know, have to go through on a daily basis, especially with a truck or whether it's just driving or stupid people on the road. They can't drive. They got no respect. I'm talking about the ones you see is red light and you still want to cut the truck off and brake. I just be trying to feel for my people, you know. I be trying to understand and put myself in other people's shoes and just really trying to understand what they go through and just, more about this trucker life, you know. There's a lot of respect out there to truckers. I ain't had nobody yet violate and disrespect a trucker. That's a valid career. That's aura. That is aura. You know what I'm saying? A trucker's aura. And you're making money. You don't got to be no celebrity. You don't got to be no kingpin drug dealer. You don't got to be none of that. You can live your life and be a trucker if you love traveling and make 6 to 7 figures. And then you can go ahead and have your own trucking business. Though the game is crazy. Respect to all my truckers out there, man. For real. That just goes to show to all my people watching this video, there are definitely positive, influential ways to make a dollar. A good dollar, too. No need to be out here, you know, doing negative, bad things. Out here, you know, doing crimes, out here sinning. No.
That are more smoother ride, but it's all airbag suspension.
Respect to trucking.
Parabolic springs on the front. But very smooth.
But there is one habit the driver needs to watch with tri-drive and super single tyres on the steer.
When you come up to a corner and you leap, as you come around a corner, you can't put the boot into it because the front axle is the power divider's locked in. It'll even if you turn the steering wheel, it'll still steer you straight across, straight ahead. You just got to back off a little bit as you're going around a corner. That's all. But apart from that, it's much the same. Just got to be a bit more on your guard when especially in the wet or on the mud or anything like that. You can't just power around corners because you'll end up bloody going straight ahead.
Right.
And what's the 4-trailer road train like to handle?
Trailers are all airbag suspension, all with lift axles, all tries, chill tyres. Tracks very well, even better than a normal triple road train. It seems to follow itself better.
Okay.
Why is that?
I think it's more turning points, pivot points, articulations. It seems to follow itself better. You drop off the bitumen and you come back on a bit too hard. She seems to follow you back on. She doesn't whip around like a third trailer. Third trailer on a triple, she'll whip herself around a bit. But this setup seems to be really very smooth.
Nice.
Just near the township of Mount Magnet, Geraldton Road.
Turn that corner, it ain't going crazy. Now I done see some trucks like, whoa! I'd be about to lose my mind. The back, what is the back of the thing called? Like, what do we call the truck? Like, I understand this is a truck, but a trailer? The trailer, that's what it's called. This would not be called trailers, though. Would it? But it's not really like a trailer. But like the truck trailers, I've seen a lot of them they turn that corner, man. Some truckers, they turn too fast, and it's like, you gotta turn so fast that now you literally are about to go straight into this car about to make a left. So I done see truckers have to back up, and I'm like, oh, that's rare seeing a trucker having to back up, and then everybody else behind them having to back up as well. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't judge, you know, because I'm not a trucker, and I know it's a difficult job. So, but I know, like, you got to calculate it right, man. And then especially I see some trailers when they turn that corner, that trailer's wobbly. It looks like it wants to tip. Like, a lot of trucks in the U.S. tend to tip over, and the majority of those accidents are caused because of the trailers. You know, they're heavy loads, not stabilized enough, and then tip. That whole truck tipping too. That truck in the front don't weigh nothing compared to the trailer. He tries to say this is more stable. You know, this is a sturdy truck. This is nice. This truck is probably worth how much? How much?
Just near the township of Mount Magnet, the Geraldton Road meets the Great Northern Highway. Here, the Mitchell Fuel road train turns northward. This afternoon readies to turn tonight.
You see what I mean? You see how slow he has to turn? He's barely turning right now. He's trying to turn it. His wheel is probably... He's trying, but it's a heavy load. You know, the tires trying to turn that weight. This is... If he didn't have all that, then he would have been cool. But it's that weight. It's that weight. That weight is shifting and everything. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It takes so much. You gotta calculate your turns. Definitely takes skill.
Mount Magnet is a mining town and has ridden the booms and depressions of mining fortunes deep in Australia's outback. With the sun set, Garth Riley concentrates on getting to his destination before the sun rises once more.
We're going to mining operations and drillers, mainly diesel is used for the mining operations at Wangwalloona for gold mining. In the drillers, there's two drilling mobs I've got to deliver to. We've got two small deliveries there for their drilling rigs and machines, but the majority of it's going to for the earth moving machines around the area.
And after a night on the road and a regulatory sleep time, we find ourselves at Walloona Gold.
Okay.
Still before daylight, the miners come up from the
Scratch what I said.
underground and hose down their vehicle ready for the next shift. And on first light, Garth is checking his tankers and unloads, pumping diesel into the storage tanks. This procedure is carried out again and again as the morning becomes noon. The mining roads are not always designed for road trains the length of this one, but the skill of the driver sees the truck.
Oh, it's not really a lot of lights like how we have, like, they be going OD with the lights. Like, you be blind to me on the road. I get it. You're hauling something big. You see, y'all got that little whoop, 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 whoop at the top right here. That's neat. You know, everybody can see that and understand that and clearly see that this is a big load. And then they say road train? I mean, this thing big like a train. I don't want to be in the way of this.
Snaking through seemingly impossible corners. Mining companies, drilling companies, and even a company that uses the diesel to make the explosive for the mines. Compartment by compartment, tank by tank, the fuel comes off.
This is cool. I'm used to just seeing them on the road,
A quick
you know?
check of the N14 after the grueling pull up from the coast. So why did Mitchell Fuel go with Cummins?
We decided to go with Cummins. They're a good motor. We haven't had any problems with them at all.
So, like, as a trucker, you know, all my truckers out there, even if you're not a trucker and you educated on it, man, please feel free to include your comments down below as well. When it comes to trucking, I get it. If you're a racer, that as well. When it comes to trucking, you need to know your truck, right? Just any truck in general. I mean, it's bigger than just knowing how to drive, getting your CDL, and stuff like that, right? Because every trucker I've spoken to or seen, they know a lot about trucks. They could pop that hood. They could go in there and fix anything. They know what to clean, like what he's doing. They know how to maintenance this, that. I mean, I understand you shouldn't be a trucker if you don't know how to get into those type of things, honestly. But it really gets me to think, like, how educated truckers really are, if you really think about it. Because the average person don't really know what's under the hood of the car, this or that, or what that is or that. Imagine what a trucker really knows. What's under that hood? I mean, am I, like, overthinking it? Or is it just, like, certain things, like, you know, he knew to pull this out real quick, take the dipstick and just wipe it off and everything, see where his oil at? Or is it like you guys know what's going on with your truck, this, that? Like, you're educated on every single part of that engine? Let me know, man, please. All my truckers out there, I mean, maybe it's just, it varies on the passion you have for it. But all my truckers, please, I would like to know, man. You guys study this? Like, Do you study this? Do you live for this? Or are you just a trucker? You know, you like to just drive. You got your CDL. You do the loads, this and that. But, you know, you check your dipstick. But you're not going as far as going crazy in the hood and everything if you knew what was going on and, you know, checking certain things, this and that. Let me know, man, please. If all these truckers know about
We got an
what's under the
international Middle
hood,
Western style,
oh my gosh.
and we just wanted to keep them all the same motor.
The N14 is an electronically managed engine. Just how are the electronics standing up to life in the outback?
Good. We haven't had any problems with electronics so far. We haven't had anyone stuck out in the bush with electronic problems.
With all tankers empty, it's time to head back towards Geraldton.
Okay.
How does Mitchell Fuel run driver shifts to maintain utilisation of the high capital investment in these trucks?
It's about a 1,400k round trip. Offload in 4 different places and then lift all the axles up and come home as quick as we can. The next bloke jumps in and he does the same thing. So keep the trucks working pretty well, non-stop, 7 days a week. As soon as the driver gets in, another driver, a fresh driver, he'll hop in and he'll go up the road.
We drive into the second night. Around midnight, we get back to the depot. Garth refuels and washes the prime mover before heading off to his family and home.
Every trip kept clean. A new driver will jump in and he'll take the truck up the road.
Nice. So, scratch what I said in the beginning of the video. It's not his truck. I mean, he was driving it like it was his truck. But I guess that's just the comfortability of it, you know, being in it for so long. You got socks on, who cares? Stuff like that. Hey, out there in Australia, people walk barefoot. So they don't care about, like, some people probably drive barefoot, you know, hop right out the car and walk barefoot. It's not a big deal. It's not a big issue. But yeah, this truck actually goes to somebody else. He goes back home and sees his family and stuff. That's what's up. I'm about to say, boy, it's going to be a really long trip. I mean, my goodness. I can't even imagine being a trucker. Imagine you missing your wife, you know, your girlfriend. You got to worry. Wait a minute. Oh, see, that come with a lot of mental issues as well. You know, a lot of stress and this and that. You gone from home. You can't see your wife. You can't see your kids. You losing the connection. They missing you. You missing them. You know, money can only do so much. Money can only make somebody so happy. You know what I'm saying? You can make all the money in the world. But if you're not there, if you're absent, it don't mean nothing. It's that emotional connection. All my truckers out there, please, how do you manage it? How do you balance this type of life? You know, with your career and your family, your wife, you know, your girlfriend, maybe soon to be wife, lucky day, you know, you making that bag. You know, oh, you know you got enough. You know you got enough for that rock. Hey, man, everybody feel free to check out the Twitch and Patreon in the description down below, man. Thank you so much for joining me today. Check out this wonderful video, the world's largest fuel truck out there in Australia.
And they just keep working on it, so the trucks never really cool down. They're pretty well going all the time.
It's going all the time,
Going
7 days a
all the
week.
time to keep the energy up to the ever-hungry export industries of Western Australia.
Shout out to GJ Riley. Really a tongue twister, man. That's why I'm taking my time trying to say it. Wait a minute. You only got 2.42k subscribers and this video got 2 million views. This is a W video. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to gotta take my time, GJ Riley 64. Original video link will be in the description down below. You guys know how I do. Thank you so much for joining me, man, once again. Checking out this fabulous video, the world's largest truck. Oh, let's be a little more specific. The world's largest fuel truck out there in Australia. Feel free to share your honest thoughts and opinions. Educate a brother down below in the comment section. And I hope to catch everyone in the next reaction video.